A restaurant server in Ohio is speaking out about an experience he feels left him dehumanized as he reportedly faced racist speak towards him while he waited on a dinner party. Arthur Mandy accused a white family of making racist remarks and disrespecting him on Saturday while he served them at the Texas Roadhouse he worked at in Westchester, Ohio. A person that Mandy worked with, named Nani on TikTok, explained that the group never addressed him by his name, but instead referred to him as boy. She also stated in the video that they consistently used the N word around him as they were speaking to each other. Mandy also spoke about these allegations in an interview. Quote, the 41-year-old server said the reservation was made for 11 people, but only a small group initially showed up. He saw a baby wearing a Confederate flag like attire with the group, but didn't notice it until the others with the party walked in wearing the exact same attire. Mandy explained that he grabbed their glasses of water that they asked for, but one of the men with the party kept rushing to finish his drink so he could be forced to bring him another one. He also added that the male guest continuously referred to him as boy and refused to make eye contact. Mandy later stated that he is a father of four and that the group hurt his heart when they made their 5-year-old child stop speaking directly to him. Mandy explained that after he couldn't stand to continue to serve the table and he became very emotional. His coworker known as Nani shared that she spotted Mandy step outside and started crying. The party allegedly racked up a bill of more than 400 plus dollars and refused to tip. Mandy stated that he refused to go back to the table. The group allegedly complained to the managers after receiving their food that Mandy messed up their orders and demanded that he come back to the table and fix it or else they would just leave. After the encounter, the managers allegedly pulled all the staff aside and told the black workers to stay away from the dining area until the group left. The party also reportedly complained so much that the managers deducted a percentage from their bill. After the group finished their meals, they loitered in the parking lot, reportedly as if they were waiting for Mandy to come out. The group didn't leave until managers threatened to call the police. Nani, his coworker, did a follow-up video the next day and stated that the other waiters were so upset about the situation that they all pitched in to make sure that Mandy got a tip and consistently checked on Mandy, who left the restaurant earlier that night and contemplated returning throughout the night. He also accused the restaurant's owner, who was white, Joe Palmer, of not taking the incident seriously enough after he reported it and of leaving the restaurant early. He also reportedly didn't give direction for the staff to kick the group out of the restaurant. He also mentioned that he is contemplating filing a lawsuit against the restaurant. Texas Roadhouse had this to state, quote, the company is investigating the incident. The company released a statement that in part reads, Texas Roadhouse does not condone any form of harassment or discrimination by guests towards employees. We also strive to maintain a work environment of mutual respect for our employees and guests. The company also added that the manager immediately took over once Mandy expressed that he was uncomfortable. The owner also alleged that the staff meeting on Monday night about the incident and reinforced his support that if anyone is uncomfortable or feels disrespected, to let management know. So let me just cover the easy part first. You'll have people that will roll up and they'll say, well, this is why, we need our own restaurants and, we shouldn't be working for other people and yada, yada, yada. That's all good in theory, but in reality, that is not the practice that a lot of people will just so happen to perform. 9 times out of 10, the people that will say that we need to do this, we need to do that, they don't actually have a business of their own of which they can decide to hire somebody. So again, this is something that we all have to, in a sense, deal with in some way, shape, form, or another. And we have to, in a sense, surf, with the waves, however it is that they show up. The main thing here is the fact that he is looking into a lawsuit. I feel that he should continue directly with that lawsuit because he had to face, harassment, negative treatment, belittlement, disrespect, devaluing, and he had to deal with slurs. And at no point in time should you ever have to deal with that just simply doing your job, right? So the one thing that was stated by Nani, who is the female coworker. She said, "quote and this is what she quoted that the people at the party said that their slurs, right, using their slur words, this slur word that, while he's at their table, they're not even trying to be quiet. They're not even trying to stop." Right? So they were being as loud as possible at this little gathering that they were having at the Texas Roadhouse. They came in with their Confederate attire. They decided to treat him a certain type of way, trying to rush him, back and forth to go get this, go get that. They tried to state that he got all of their orders wrong, and they complained to the management just to get some money directly off of the bill because they racked up $400. It was a $400 bill for a quote unquote party of 11. Realistically, with that many people, it shouldn't have been that difficult to actually pay for that bill. But due to the fact that you have a lot of people that opt to go out and they don't want to pay for something, they're like, oh, well, we're just going to complain just so we can get a little bit, a few dollars directly off, so it's not that high, right? You have a lot of people that scheme like this all the time. They know that they're broke. They know that they really can't afford what it is that they're eating. So they'll opt to want to go at it a whole different angle, right? And they pretty much try to pin it and blame it directly on the black waiter. And this had nothing to do with them. This had everything to do with their behavior and how it is that they wanted to proceed with a black waiter, and how it is that they wanted to treat him, and how it is that they wanted to specifically show who he is to them, right? And again, he has every right to sue that restaurant because, as he stated, the manager, when first addressed with the incident, didn't take it serious, did not stand 10 toes and directly go over to the party to go see what the problem was, what the situation was. The manager didn't even try to um, look at the situation from the background, or even try to enlist any of the other waiters to see what it was that they were able to hear, or even ask any of the other patrons, hey, how are you guys doing? Um, are you having any problems? Are there any disturbances? Is there anything that you think that we should take a look at? Right. He didn't even inquire anything of that sort. He just in a sense allowed it to be exactly what it was, and then later on sometime decided to have some type of a gathering with all of the waiters and state that, oh, well, if anybody feels a certain type of way, you can come directly see me, and hey, all of my black waiters, stay away from this table. That shouldn't even be a thing. You shouldn't have to sit up there and specifically tell the black waiters there, hey, we want you to stay away from this table. That's ridiculous. That's 100% ridiculous. And then it goes into the further extent where the managers had to threaten the party to leave because they were loitering out in the parking lot. That's a party of 11 people. That's a large amount of people. And you wanted to loiter outside for what? Who are you waiting for? Why are you still out there? Go home. This is the parking lot is not the place for you to be. They don't have chairs set up out there. This is not a drive-in movie. Right? Like I said, for everything that took place to this man, the police should have just been called. The police should have been called and documentation should have been filed. That's how that should have been handled, realistically. So I'm hoping that this guy goes through with the lawsuit. I'm hoping that he doesn't let somebody put something directly in his ear and tell him like, "Oh no, you shouldn't sue. It's all over. We'll never see them again, whatnot or whatever. You still have your job and people support you and different things that way. Just come into work and we'll just try to work out some things with your schedule and different. No, 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 no. Don't listen to none of that because at the end of the day, again, this is why I tell people that the whole religious belief that people have that the customer is always right. No, you have a lot of customers that are wrong, and these customers were 1,000% wrong, and the business was 1,000% wrong for not defending this black worker and all the rest of the black workers that's standing up for them.